Hello, everybody, and welcome back to that Eurovision site. I'm Shiloh. I'm here today with Euan. Say hi.
Hey there.
And today we are going to talk about, drumroll please, Cyprus. Today we are talking about what I believe was the very first artist to be selected and internally selected for Eurovision 2025, and that is Theo Evan from Cyprus. So Theo Evan is like 23 or something. He's younger, he's around my age, and his birthday is on the day of the grand final. I found this out while researching him for this video, so that's sort of interesting. Would be nice for him if he qualified, I guess. If he didn't qualify, that would be kind of sad.
Or he might just want to party on this actual
Yeah, that's true. He also
birthday.
might just want to party. You're correct about that. So, first of all, Ewan, have you listened to Theo Evans' discography at all? And if so, just what do you think about it?
So I have. I cannot find a live performance of him
Hmm.
to save my life. But let's face it, it would probably be all on playback anyway, so it would probably be pointless to do that. He has a very pleasant voice. His back catalogue, though, is it's very American. And I mean that in a derogatory way, because this is the sort of
Oh,
American
I
stuff that
know.
you see on like bad American TV in the soundtrack that they're
Well,
really trying to promote.
he was an extra on Riverdale.
And Euphoria.
No, that's what I mean. Sorry, Euphoria.
Oh, right.
The I
um,
just that Riverdale is the epitome of bad American television, so you can see why I got mixed up here, okay?
yeah, and it feels like that sort of American music that just doesn't translate well, which I think is really funny that he has such a non-European music taste, music style, and yet he's the first actual Cypriot-born singer for Cyprus
Hmm.
since Hovig, I believe, in
Yes,
2017.
that's right.
So, um, yeah, I think he has a very pleasant voice. His back catalogue is just not to my taste, though.
It's very angsty. One of the things I was noticing lyrically is
Hmm.
that his catalog is really sort of angsty, like you don't know my mind, you don't know my heart, I'm so dark, you don't know my secrets.
But it's not
And
actually coming through in the way he's singing. He's singing it
yeah.
in a very poppy manner,
Yeah.
very Glee.
He you know something, you're kind of right about that. You're kind of right. That's really funny. I've had Glee on the brain lately too, because I had to show my teenage theater kid sibling who had somehow never seen Glee before, Glee a little while back.
As a
Um,
Eurovision fan, I feel like you should be showing Eurovision music rather than
well, I've been doing
Glee.
that to that kid since they were about 9 years old. There is a
Okay.
video out there somewhere on the internet of the two of us singing Armenia 2009 together. So that's been done.
Lovely listeners, please find that video because we definitely want to see that.
Listen, if you were on the Eurovision Discord with me in 2016, you probably know where it is. Um, that's beside the point. We're here to talk about Cyprus. We're here to talk about Cyprus and not me. Um, but it's like I wasn't particularly like blown away by his back catalog. It's not really my style of music, but I think that's also because he hasn't really settled into a sound yet. He has not released an album or an EP. He's just released a bunch of singles. And it all sort of like it's all very generic sounding, but it also sounds like he's still figuring out what he wants to sound like besides just angsty. I'm not really getting a distinctive style from him.
Yeah, because like when Cyprus took, say, Tapta, for instance, Tapta's song fit her style. And lots of the other ones recently, when they get a singer, because it's not really very them, a lot of them for Cyprus, but it still fits their style. So I have absolutely no idea what Cyprus are going to do.
Yeah, me too.
But, like, because they haven't really said anything about genre or anything, so I feel like with the style, it could be either a dancey pop number, it could be an angsty, almost balladesque sort of thing. So he does have a nice voice. I'm assuming he's got the actual vocal capability to back it up, but it could be anything. Just please not like his stuff he's already singing though.
Yeah, he went to Berkeley, I think, in Massachusetts, which A explains something about the style of music he's recording, and B is at least sort of a testament to his vocal ability, because that is sort of competitive, even though it
Mm.
feels like every singer in the world went there for a hot minute. It's a reason why they're singers and not people like me, you know. Anyway, I just said we weren't here to talk about me, and here we are. He's an interesting choice for Cyprus for a couple of reasons. First of all, that you mentioned, like his music doesn't sound particularly European. It sounds very American. He doesn't really have a sound. He's also not very established. He has something like 1,000 monthly listeners on Spotify or something. And if you look at his top regions, there's like less than 50 in each of them. So I have this pulled up here. Yeah, 1,124 monthly listeners. Top location, 31 listeners in Athens, Greece, 21 listeners in Nicosia, Cyprus. So he's sort of not, he doesn't have like a base or anything.
It feels
Yeah,
like, and I don't mean this in a derogatory way because I feel that this term is used derogatorily, but frankly, I don't care and it can be a positive thing. It does feel like an industry plant because there's such polish to the songs that he's produced, but
hmm,
they're not really getting much traction, which is good if
yeah,
Cyprus wants to go down that route. You can like that's happened in Eurovision lots of times, and you end up with great singers. It's not necessarily a bad thing, but yeah, it was an interesting choice given that their previous picks were not like that at all.
yeah. So how do you think this is going to work out for them? And how does this fit within the narrative of stuff that Cyprus has sent in the past?
Hmm. I super controversial. I think there's a lot of this narrative in Eurovision that Cyprus is only good when it sends women. I completely disagree. Cyprus is only good when it sends men. So I think this will work out well for them. Do I think they're going to win? No, because if it's fitting with his current styles, like it's not the style that's going to gel. But Cyprus do have a recent track record of having very polished, very good performances. So I think qualification is probably likely. Obviously, we're seeing this with literally nothing. This is
Right.
this is this is the
We
this is
don't
the
have
9th of
his
January.
song.
Yeah,
Right.
we have literally nothing. So this is wild speculation, but just going on Cyprus's track record and the fact that he does seem to have this team behind him, like I'm expecting something polished and something that's going to be ready to go and probably going to have a good stage it quite well. So I think yeah, they've got that going for them. So I do expect it to go quite well for them.
Yeah, Cyprus has been hungry for it.
Mhm.
Cyprus has been hungry for it for a while, but they've staging is really one of their strong points. And I think they get missed sometimes when you talk about, Eurovision countries with good staging, but they are really good at it. And they've consistently proven to be pretty good at it. And I really think that ever since they got that second place or whatever it was with Fuego, like they have just been wanting it and wanting it and wanting it. And they are really, really trying, which I like. I love to see countries in Eurovision that try and actually it goes well some of the time. Because there are some countries that don't try, and then there are some countries that try and it goes really badly.
Yeah, like that second place has really like we can do it. Like they were prep. They did think there was a strong possibility of them winning, right up until the final. And let's say if the running order had been slightly different, think like things had happened. Maybe we could have had Cyprus in 2019. Like it wasn't beyond the realms of possibility of them winning. And I think it's great to see that has like kick-started their drive to win. And that, like you're saying, they've continued along, not like the UK where they come second and then think, okay, let's send rubbish.
Yeah, no, they've really locked in.
Hmm.
And I think that's great. And I really hope that we see something similar with Croatia this year. We just got Dora songs today, this morning, as of recording this. I have not listened to them yet. I will
Hmm.
be later today. I really hope that we start to see a similar narrative out of Croatia following Baby Lasagna. I want it for them so bad.
Yeah. But I kind of do think like because this year they once again said, hey, we're going to do a national final. And then just didn't. So I was kind of hoping like, okay, they've got this quality. They're good at finding talent that they would be able to find a random local talent and then just elevate it. But so that I kind of would so like have seen at least some kind of national selection, even just a national selection of just choosing Theo's songs. because it's been quite a long time. I can't
We
20
got him in
26
like
2016. I think was the last. Sorry,
the
you were
last
saying?
time Cyprus had a
Yeah.
national final.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Sorry, you were going to say?
Oh, I was gonna say we've had this artist announced for a hot minute too, and we've heard basically nothing.
Yeah. But I mean, we always do with Cyprus. They're very, hey, here's the artist, and then nothing.
That's true. I guess that is the trend.
Mm.
Because we
At
got
least,
Cilia pretty early last year too.
yeah, I think she was one of the earliest ones as well. But I prefer them doing that than some countries that are like, here, this is the artist. You're going to get the song in January. You're going to get the song in February.
Who are you vaguing?
Definitely the 1st of March. Like, okay, it's past the deadline now. Here's the song.
Who are you vaguing?
Georgia, Azerbaijan, Armenia.
Sure, sure, sure. Yeah,
Consistently do that.
I think that there's a world where this goes well for Cyprus. I think that hopefully he will be able to perform well. I have really no idea what his stage presence is going to be like, but
Mm.
that has been a focus for Cyprus in the past, so hopefully them selecting him means
But
that
I
he's
feel like this stage, you don't
good.
need to have a big stage presence. It feels like it's going to be a lot more closed in. So if he
Hmm.
doesn't have that stage presence, but he's still a great singer, I feel like he'll still be able to
Yeah.
work with the stage because you're not needing to fill it with your personality.
And they can always like elevate him with good staging choices and good camera work. Like good camera work can make or break your song.
Hmm.
And like camera work specifically as an element of staging is something we don't talk about enough personally. That's a topic for another day. So even if he doesn't have good stage presence, if they do good camera work, it could be fine and it could not matter.
Yeah, and the fact that it's supposed to be a good broadcaster like SRF are doing, they're going to be involved in helping the delegations pick them. They know what they're doing with camera work, so
Hmm.
there's going to be like that polish there.
Hmm. But I don't know. I really don't know if this is going to be good. I'm worried that we're going to get a bad song. That we because we have potential here. I think you and I are in agreement about that. There is
Mhm.
potential. But
I do not think I'm going to like it, but I think it's going to be well made.
yeah. And like it could be something that's really radio friendly, that just doesn't seem like it lends itself to a live performance, or it could be, as you said, just something that feels really American and not really contiguous with the rest of what you're seeing at Eurovision, and that could not turn out very well. I think that if it my prediction is that it is going to qualify, but it's going to be pretty low in the qualifiers.
Mm.
Like a ninth, 10th, just going off his pre-existing discography. Because, like you said, we have nothing. But it's interesting to have Cyprus send a man. They haven't done that in a bit.
2023?
Who did they send in 2023?
Break a Broken Heart?
Wait, and I liked that too. No, this is so embarrassing.
Oh, don't worry, it happens to us all.
The I think the worst instance of this was when we were filming PowerPoint roulette and there was a picture of baby lasagna on the screen and I had to look at Kittens and be like, "Who is that?" This is not it's not remembering things is not my strong suit. Yeah. What else is there to say about Cyprus? I mean,
Look, I think there's going to be great polish, and they feel like they're really going for it still with having someone with polish. So yeah, I just want them to at least continue this one, but I would prefer them to go down the national final route, even just to pick the song, because just
which they really could have done
yeah.
this year because they announced the artist so early. Like you have all of this time to organize some kind of song selection and then they don't.
Mm.
And then they don't. And for better or for worse. Sometimes those kinds of things really annoy me and the audience picks something really bad, but also they can be
Because
good.
if they're going down the like, okay, let's work with this specific record company, and then they're picking whoever it is, like, which I think has happened several years, they could have just done like the old Greek route where they then just have like the record company with four singers, and they know they're getting that quality and just having a tiny national final like that. I Not every national final needs to have like 10 songs and 10 great quality songs. It could just be a couple, a few.
I guess that's what we have to say about Cyprus. Thank you for watching this video. If you liked it, you can like and leave a comment, and you can subscribe to our YouTube channel for more videos like this, including the Adonis one that you just referenced, and also including the two, yes, count them, two other YouTube videos for the website that I am filming today, January 9th, 2025. Busy, busy day for me. And we have other videos. We do fun things like PowerPoint roulette. We do things like this. We react to songs. There's all sorts of fun things that you can see if you
And
subscribe to
don't
our YouTube.
forget our terrible opinions throughout all of it.
Right, yes. That is what people come to the site for, to point and laugh at our opinions. Um, Sorry, that sounded really mean. It's said out of love. It's a cell phone as well.
No, instead of hatred, we all hate each other's opinions.
Right. So you can also follow us on social media. Ewan, where can people find you? Are the viewers allowed to find you on social media? Because they're not allowed to find me.
It's on our website in our Meet the Team section because you can find me on Twitter, Instagram, and Blue Sky. But you can also find the site as well as there on Threads, Facebook, Tumblr, probably something else. We have a lot of social media. If you have a
TikTok, Blue
social media,
Sky. We've got basically mostly everything. So you can check us out there. You can check out the literal actual that EurovisionSite.com website for news, interviews, all the things. We have a podcast at That Euro Podcast on socials, That Eurovision Podcast on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, your podcatcher of choice. Thank you for watching along to this sort of poorly organized discussion about Cyprus. Um, Theo Evan, if you are watching this, we don't hate you.
love your
And
voice.
yes. Um, and we hope that whatever ends up happening on your birthday, the day of the grand final of Eurovision 2025, that you enjoy it, whether you are singing or not, that you have a good birthday. So, all right, everybody, thank you again for watching. Bye.